there was a brand new world record for the world's largest pumpkin grown this year in 2025. This pumpkin was grown in Lymington, Hampshire, England by twin brothers who were in their mid to upper 50s. And this joker weighs in at, no kidding, 2,819 pounds. This thing is roughly the size of a Mini Cooper. It's actually a little bit larger than a Mini Cooper. If you've ever seen one of those driving around, imagine a pumpkin on wheels. And you have this guy. And one of the things they talked about in this article was the brothers did their best to measure it daily. And he said the whole thing grew for 131 days, but there was a 10 to 12 day window where that thing grew 70 pounds each day. And we say, well, that's absurd. Well, if it's 70 pounds over 10 days, we're talking 700 pounds. That thing ultimately weighs, remember, 2,800 pounds, so it would have to grow at that rate. But let me ask you the question, how did this thing grow that big? It stayed connected to the vine, right? It's not rocket science, not trick question. The brothers simply made sure that monstrosity stayed connected to the vine, and as long as it was connected to the vine, it got all the nutrients, it got all the help, it got all the nourishment that it needed. And it was good. And this is, I use this analogy to help us understand, how do you and I grow in Christ? How do you and I experience joy in Jesus, even when there is more month than there is money? Even when there's a diagnosis and I'm not sure I'm going to make it through? Even when there's loss in the family, how can I know joy? You stay connected. It's not by straining, it's by remaining. Remain connected to Jesus. The pumpkin didn't have to strain. Just sat there connected to the vine. And it grew and it grew and it grew for 131 days, and it broke a world record. It's not by straining, it's by remaining. And as we remain in Jesus, what we see is that joy isn't actually a fragile thing. It actually becomes full. Jesus gives us joy. And what did Jesus say? He said, that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete, not lacking anything.